In August 2018, I went on my Kungsleden hike in northern Sweden. I promised at the time that I would upload a YouTube video with my packing list. I never did get around to that. I did write a report on my blog, and I'll put a link to that in the description. So here goes the video blog of it. My base weight was 5.9 kilograms and my pack weight was 10 kilos. The pack weight includes my food and fuel and consumables, but not any water. My skin out weight was 12.5 kilos. Alright, let's get stuck into this. My shoes, they are the Ultra Lone Peak 3.5s. They weigh about 630 grams. I love these shoes. Dry out really fast. I just walk through all the streams. They dry out in no time. Socks. The socks are the Injinji Trail midweight mini crew toe socks. Weigh about 55 grams. I've been using these since early 2018, and since I've been using them I haven't had any blisters. My trousers or pants are these Montane 2017 Terra track pants. They weigh about 280 grams. So this video is not a review, it's just my packing list. So I would like to talk about them another time. This is the underpants I had on. They're Icebreaker Oasis boxer shorts, and they weigh 54 grams. So I just thought I would say that all this gear that I'm showing you at the moment is the gear that I had on me. So it's not any clothes that I had packed, it's the clothes I had on me at the start. This is the shirt that I wore. So it's a custom made from AS Turcos in Spain. It's 100% New Zealand merino wool hoodie. Weighs about 212 grams. So I love this shirt. I had this on during the day, and you'll see further on that I had something else packed to sleep in. For wind protection, I had on this Cumulus Wendy Pertex Quantum wind jacket, and this thing weighs only 60 grams. For head protection from the sun and rain, Hyperlate Mountain Gear Breeze Hat weighs 70 grams. My watch, just get it the right way, is a Sunto, what's it called? Core Regular Black, and weighs 62 grams. Trekking poles, Black Diamond trials, and they weigh about 480 grams. They're not the lightest trekking poles. And since my Kungsleden hike I've upgraded to something else, but these are the ones I had with me. and I like the idea that they're nice and they're good quality poles. They're not going to break on me, and I trust them. They've got two uses. They're my walking sticks and they're for holding up my tent. This is a treadlight gear chest pack. I got Paul to add this shoulder strap for me. I use this pack when I'm on the trains and buses and planes as my carry-on luggage, and it's also my chest pack, so I keep all these items here in. The chest pack with the shoulder strap weighs 69 grams. This is also my wallet from Treadlight Gear. Weighs nothing, 4 grams I believe. My passport. I have this bag here to store my iPhone, and I had my map with me. Some earphones for the iPhone and the charger for the iPhone as well. So that's all the gear in the chest pack. The Hyperlight Mountain Gear Windrider 3400 pack. It's 55 litres, and the pack weighs, well, mine weighs 908 grams. And the only thing that I have added onto it are these Treadlight Gear shoulder strap pockets, and they weigh, that's these ones here, they weigh 17 grams each. I've added an extra one on now, but on my Kungsleden trip I only had the one pocket. So just once again I'll say this is not a review, it's just a packing list. I'm just showing you what I had with me on the hike. And if you want more details of this, then it's best to see the blog that I published. It's very detailed. Kungsleden, you can get water anywhere, so I just had this soda bottle with me. Weighs 30 grams. And I actually had an old Coca-Cola bottle with me for my fuel, so I've just got this one just to show you. So I had about 500 mils of fuel with me, which turned out to be twice as much as I needed. I just used this microfiber cloth, yeah, for everything, for my kitchen, wiping, drying my pot, and it's also for wiping down the tent if it gets wet, and wiping down myself. That's all I need. So these things I've been using. I've got a couple of these and just throw them in the washing machine. They only weigh 18 grams, so that's all I've been using for years now. I took with me this Storm and Stove Systems soak system. This thing weighs 197 grams, and if you check out my blog, I've done a very detailed report on this. But that was my kitchen. I can just show you quickly what's in it. Alright, so as I said, this was my pot that I took with me. It has this 750ml outer pot. This is the cozy for the outer pot. This is the windshield. Oh, there we go, hang on. I'm doing this upside down. Goes in here like this. So you put these titanium pins down the bottom. So this end here, this side, where there's no holes here, you put that into the wind, and you've got some ventilation holes on the other side. It's got this base plate, leave no trace. The pot goes in here. Little 20mm stove. And that's it. So what you do is during the day, you soak your food in this, put the lid on, put it in your pack, let it soak for a couple of hours, and when you get into camp, all you gotta do is put it on your stove and put the lid on this way and heat it up. And then once it's heated up, just put it in the cozy, put the lid on, and let it sit for a while. And while it's doing that, then you can oh okay, you put the pins in the other way, but then you can heat up in this little 500ml pot and get a cup of coffee. Anyway, this wasn't meant to be a review about the pot. The spoon that I used was this Zpacks titanium folding spoon, and it weighs 18 grams. My rain jacket is the Zpacks Hyper Shell jacket, weighs 89 grams. Rain pants, Innovate Order Ultra pants, and the weight of these are 86 grams. My head net from Sea to Summit, weighing 25 grams. Toilet paper I had in this Hyperlate Mountain Gear stuff sack. And the Tent Lab Juice of Speeds Ultralight Trowel. This thing weighs 17 grams. I had these rain mitts with me from Montaigne Minimus Mitt Protect Shield, and the weight of these, I think inside the bag here, weighs 53 grams. I use 3 socks. I have the Gingy toe socks on during the day, so I call them they're like my wet socks. I have these Deck Shell waterproofs. They're just pretty thin waterproofs, weigh 61 grams. And they're my dry socks. And then I have some warm socks, which you'll see in a moment in my clothes bag. So these socks weigh 61 grams. These are my spring autumn gloves. They've got like windbreak in them. They're actually my old gloves I used to use when I used to ride a racer. They're good enough for this, so I've never bought anything else. They weigh 66 grams. What have we got here? My buff. Love my wool buff. And it weighs 50 grams. My glasses case. So I stored my sunglasses in this during the day. And then at night I put my the ones I got on, my prescription glasses in there so they didn't get ruined. This is actually a bit heavy and it weighs 50 grams, but it was important for me that my glasses didn't get ruined. I can't see without them. Yeah, going on, it's just the standard stuff here. This is also from Treadlight Gear. That's like a wash bag. Let me see, I think it weighs about 7 grams or something. Some hand gel for the lips, toothbrush. I had some foot balm here, and that is sun cream, earplugs, toothpaste, my compass, thermometer, some Cedar Summit soap leaves, batteries for my Garmin GPS, stick pick, Gorilla Pod, and this is so that I can mount my iPhone on the Gorilla Pod. I took 2 battery packs with me. I took this one here, which is from what's it called, Medium, and it's yeah, 5,200, and it weighs 148 grams. And I had this Anchor 10,000 with me, and with the bag and everything I think this weighs about 200 grams. For lighting, I have this headlamp, and it's called an Zpacks H Mini headlamp, and I had it in this stuff sack, and I had 2 extra 3-volt CR 2032 batteries as well, so they weigh 9 grams, and then this weighs 31, so the whole kit weighs 40 grams. My first aid kit, the bag, is also from Treadlight Gear, made of carbon fibre material, and this thing weighs 84 grams. Repair kit in another nano bag, and the repair kit weighed 46 grams. Everything was in the all these loose items was in this in the outer net in this Hyperlite Mountain Gear Cuban stuff sack, and it weighs 18 grams. All my food was in this Zpacks food bag, carbon fibre. It's pretty good because you can hang it. Weighs 44 grams. And once again, see the description for more details. When I got into camp, there was plenty of water everywhere. I filtered water with this Kungsleden bee-free water bottle and filter. It's 0.6 litre bag, and it weighs 59 grams. And for water storage, while I was at camp, I had this Avenue folding water bottle, 1.5 litre or 50 ounce it says here, and it weighs 36 grams. For sitting on, A Thermarest Z seat pad, weighs 53 grams. Love this thing. Hyperlight Mountain Gear stuff sack pillow, weighs 44 grams. And I used this bag, for my pillow, and it was a stuff sack for my puffy jacket during the day. My puffy jacket is a Cumulus Incredilite Endurance with hydrophobic down, 850 Qn. It's size large and it weighs 320 grams. This Montaigne, I think it's called an LS Micro Hoodie. It's made with this Polytech power grid. Now this hoodie I used to sleep in, and it was actually also my second layer. So if I was cold during the day, I put it on. Alright, my clothes that were packed. Some long underpants. They're the manufacturer is called Dilling. They're made of merino wool. It's a Danish brand and they weigh 188 grams. I had my beanie. It's from AS Tugas in Spain. Weighs 28 grams. Had these Patagonia Strider shorts. They weigh 110 grams. Had some spare underpants with me. I wanted something clean to put on when I flew home, so I had them with me. They're also wool. They weigh 63 grams. My sleeping socks, or my warm socks, Darn Toughs. It's a full boot cushion sock. Bit on the heavy side, but I wanted something nice and warm. They weigh 107 grams. My sleeping pad is a Thermarest NeoAir X-Lite in regular, about 340 grams. And I had a Hyperlight Mountain Gear pod, weighs 37 grams. I won't pack my shelter out, but everyone who follows the channel knows that I've got a Zpacks Duplex. So including the stakes, or the pegs, whatever you want to call them, it weighed 668 grams. For sleeping, I stored my quilt in a Hyperlight Mountain Gear pod, weighing 37 grams. And I had this custom made quilt just for this Kungsleden hike. It's got 450 grams of 900 Qn down in it. It's the quilt weighs 690 grams. Once again, see the description for more details and a link to a published article that I've done when I first received this quilt. And lastly, for navigation and safety, I had these two with me. A Garmin GPS Map 64ST and the Delorme InReach SE, which is a satellite communicator. So even though I was navigating with my map and compass, I wanted to track my journey, and I also wanted to use the GPS for checking my position. I was travelling alone, and I promised my family that I would have both the GPS with me and a satellite communicator. Thanks for watching, and leave a comment if you want me to answer any questions. Thank you.